COVID-19 protocol. So assistant coach Nikita Johnson, the acting head coach for today's game. Austin Peay wearing the black uniforms, Eastern Illinois the white. Austin Peay wins the opening tip. We're underway from Lance Arena. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Jostens. That ball goes right inside to Terry Taylor for an easy 2 right off the bat for Austin Peay. Just exactly what Eastern Illinois wanted to try to slow down.
Last time these teams played, it was in the OVC tournament, and Austin Peay jumped off to a 17-0 lead in that one.
Austin Peay, tight man-to-man defense. They force a lot of turnovers, about 18 a game, 21st in the country. Marvin Johnson's got the ball for Eastern Illinois, now to Max Smith. Around the horn, Josiah Wallace drives to the baseline, cut off, wheels back into the lane, out to Johnson for a 3. Bounced off the rim, no good. Taylor's got a defensive rebound. Pass to the head on the left side in the front court, back to Taylor. He holds at the top, guarded by Jordan Skipper Brown. Now the point guard, Carlos Paez, has it. Gets it over to Reginald G at the left wing. They lob to Taylor off the lane left side. He'll step back and shoot an 18-footer. Comes up short. Wallace and Woodard fight for the rebound. It's a held ball, and it'll be awarded on alternate possession to Eastern Illinois.
Pretty good play by Woodard there, coming in and tying up Wallace. Josiah had inside rebounding position.
Panthers will have the ball. Austin Peay's got a 2-0 lead to start the game. Marvin Johnson's had career highs 2 games in a row for Eastern. Passed it over to Max Smith. Now to Jordan Skipper Brown. Inside to George Dixon. He works on Taylor. Doesn't shoot, though. Throws it back out to Smith.
Good job of Taylor not going up on that fake by Dixon.
Dixon to Johnson. Right wing for Eastern. Tried to feed into Skipper Brown. Got knocked away and stolen. Elton Walker knocked it away for Austin Peay. Taylor brings it up. He drives right down the lane. Off the glass and in with the left hand. 2 buckets for Terry Taylor, and Austin Peay's got a 4-0 lead. Johnson over to Max Smith, the senior from Indianapolis. 5 seniors in the Eastern Illinois starting lineup again today. Jordan Skipper Brown throws it out of bounds. He was intending the pass for Marvin Johnson, and Johnson cut away just as the pass was released.
Panthers have had 3 possessions. They've got 2 turnovers and a 3-point attempt that missed. Not the offensive start Eastern was looking for.
Austin Peay, as we said, forcing about 18 turnovers a game, second most in the Ohio Valley Conference behind only Eastern Kentucky. Paez with the ball, sophomore point guard out of Venezuela, drives to the left baseline, guarded by Johnson. Ball goes back on the left wing to Walker. Walker now at the top of the key, hands to Woodard. Woodard takes it to the free throw line, knocked away, stolen by Dixon. Gets the return pass on the fast break. He's 1 against 2, and he's fouled as he took it in. It came before the shot. So Dixon, who is number 4 in the OVC in steals, even though he plays forward, he gets another one here as he knocked it away from Woodard. It'll be out of bounds to Eastern after the foul. Comes into Skipper Brown, hands to Johnson. Wheels into the lane, spins in close, puts it up at 4 and scores. Marvin Johnson at 6'6" is tough to stop when he gets in the lane. Woodard at the other end, 3-point shot, in and out from the right wing, and Dixon pulls down the rebound. Eastern Illinois ball, Panthers trail at 4-2. Behind the corner, 3-pointer Max Smith, no good. Rebound taken off by G of Austin Peay. Max Smith has made a 3, 90 games in a row. That's an NCAA Division I record. Trying to keep that going here today. Paez works the right side of the court for Austin Peay. Guarded man-to-man. Paez looking for Taylor. Now throws it cross court on the left side. This is G with the ball. He'll launch a 3 and score. Reginald G, a 37% 3-point shooter, hits from the left wing. It's Austin Peay 7, Eastern Illinois 2.
G's minutes and point production has picked up with Adams out with the injury.
Johnson drives to the left, pulls up, 5-footer off the front, no good. Rebound taken off by Paez. He brings it up for Austin Peay. Paez drives down to the free throw line, pass back to Taylor, deep 3 straight away. Air ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Eastern Illinois ball. Skipper Brown got out just in time to maybe bother that shot just a little bit.
That's the second outside shot that Taylor has attempted. He's 0 for 2 on those, but he's hit his 2 shots inside.
Jordan Adams in the game for the first time in a month for Austin Peay, coming back from a hip injury, last year's OVC Freshman of the Year. Eastern brings Sammy Friday onto the court for the first time, replacing Jordan Skipper Brown. Panthers have the ball. It's a 7-2 lead for Austin Peay. Johnson with the ball out between the circles. Johnson guarded out there by Adams. Johnson drives on him, gets to the free throw line. Now pass inside to Friday. Takes a dribble in a triple team. Out to Dixon. He drives. There's a collision and an offensive foul. Dixon colliding with Elton Walker And they called Dixon, I think, for using the off arm here to kind of push off a bit on the drive.
That might have been it, because I don't really think the defender had the best position there. He was sliding with Dixon, and it was the off arm that resulted in the foul.
Austin Peay has got the ball in a 7-2 lead. Paez with it. Passed it over left of the point to Taylor. He drives around Friday, puts it up on the move, and puts it in. Taylor really good at using the backboard. He's got 6 points already. It's a 9-2 lead for Austin Peay.
He is so strong, and yet that ball goes off the glass very softly.
There's a long pass down court, knocked away by Walker. A steal by Austin Peay. Taylor passed it ahead to Jordan Adams in the left corner. Now to the trailer for a three-point attempt that's no good by G. Rebound knocked around, and Max Smith recovers for EIU.
Panthers making some real poor decisions with the basketball here in the early going.
Smith to Wallace on the left side. Now to Friday off the lane on the left. He backs in and falls. He's seated on the court with it, and he takes a timeout to avoid a turnover. That will become a media timeout with 15:48 to go in the first last 11. And the teams play again on the 20th of February at Clarksville, Tennessee. DJ Peay has come in the game at guard for Austin Peay. Wallace passed into Mac Smith for a layup. Mac got loose on the out-of-bounds play, running around a couple of screens and got a layup.
Little breakdown defensively that time for the Governors, and the Panthers took advantage of it.
9-4 in favor of Austin Peay. There's a tip away by Wallace. It hits the official, and Wallace steals. Wallace zigzag dribble down into the front court, looking for trailers. Finds one at the left wing. Henry Abraham, three-pointer, in and out. Rebound. Friday tipped it, but Taylor comes out with it for Austin Peay. Wallace knocked it away, and the official kept it from going out of bounds and allowed him to steal the ball, but the Panthers got no points out of it.
Governors did a good job recovering and getting back defensively.
Taylor with the ball, spins on the dribble, drives into the lane, puts up a little floater that missed. Tip won't go by Taylor. He tips it again, no good. They're playing volleyball with it. Taylor grabs it in a crowd, and he's fouled. There you saw Terry Taylor. He's got a high motor about getting after balls on the offensive glass. George Dixon just picked up his second foul.
And Dixon, of course, one of the Panthers' better rebounders, so that's a problem in a game in which rebounding figures to be at a premium.
Dixon is out with the two fouls. Marvin Johnson takes his place, and the Panthers bring their biggest player into the game, Madani Diarra. He is a 6'10" sophomore out of Mali. He replaces Sammy Friday in the post. Ball comes in at the free throw line for Austin Peay to Mike Peak. He gives it to Jordan Adams. Now on the left corner, three-point attempt is no good. Rebound, Taylor put it in. That time it was the right place, right time as Terrion Joseph missed the shot, but might have grazed the rim, but Taylor was right into the basket to grab it and score. 11-4, Austin Peay. Henry Abraham, freshman guard, gets it to Josiah Wallace, drives in on the right, lays it up, lays it in. First bucket for Wallace, who is second in the OVC in scoring and almost 18 a game. 11-6, Austin Peay. Ball pass to Taylor, works into the lane on the dribble, passed it back up top to DJ Peay, who'll set it up. Peay, a sophomore from Cibolo, Texas, transfer from Mercer. Passed it back on the left side, driving in on the left, laying it up off the glass, and good. That was Mike Peak, a transfer from Georgia, who laid it in for Austin Peay. 13-6 Governors with 14-10 to go in the first half. Johnson works the right sideline on the dribble for Eastern. Johnson's got the ball on the right wing. Up top, Max Smith thought about the three. Finds Wallace on the right wing. Wallace spinning down the lane on the dribble. Forced it up in traffic. Yes, and a foul. Wallace will go to the line as he got the bank shot to roll in. He'll try for the three-point play.
Well, another one of those acrobatic shots by Josiah Wallace. You know, there's a lot of shots that he takes that for most people you would say don't take that. That's a forced shot. But with Josiah, he makes an amazing percentage of them.
Wallace leads the OVC in free throw percentage, too, at 89%. He'll get one shot here after that foul on Terrion Joseph of Austin Peay. Max Smith has come out of the game for EIU. Barlow Alaruzo has checked in, a forward for the Panthers. He's coming back from an injury. He's missed the last 3 games with a pinched nerve in his back. Wallace makes the free throw for his 5th point. It's Austin Peay 13, Eastern Illinois 9. Panthers in a full court press. DJ Peay works the dribble over the timeline for Austin Peay. Has it on the right wing. Panthers fall back to a 3-2 zone. They used this zone quite a bit against Murray State in the second half Thursday night. Joseph's got the ball out front for Austin Peay. Pass on the right wing to G. G gets it back on top to Peay with 9 to shoot. Peay gets it at the free throw line. The pass got kicked. Mike Peak had the ball to the free throw line, tried to feed to the right wing to G, and the Panthers got a foot on it. It'll be Austin Peay ball. They reset the shot clock to 20 after the kicking violation.
That was a good thing that Wallace got a foot on that, because there was a three-point shooter that was spotted up.
Peavy takes the inbounds pass for Austin Peay. Now the Eastern's in man-to-man defense. Ball goes on the right wing to G, knocked away from him by Wallace and out of bounds. Wallace has been very active, knocking balls away here in the first few minutes of the game. Austin Peay will inbound on the right sideline, 14 to shoot. They lob it into Peavy out near center court. Peavy takes it between his legs on the dribble drive, now leaves it on top for Peak. Peak takes it down the lane on the dribble, puts it up on the run, too hard. Rebound goes out of bounds off Austin Peay. It'll be Eastern Illinois ball. 13-9, Austin Peay has got the lead. We've got just over 13 minutes to go in the first half at Lance Arena in Charleston. Henry Abraham with the ball for Eastern Illinois. Freshman guard from Cambridge, Minnesota. Passed it to Madani Diarra out front. Now bounced it off to Abraham. Abraham over at the right side to Wallace, way out on the court. Josiah on the drive, gets into the lane, steps back, 12-footer, bullseye. Wallace off to a pretty hot start with 7 early points.
He's 3 for 3 from the floor.
Here's Peavy driving it back up. Nice wraparound pass. Abraham knocked it away. They fight for it on the court. It's picked out of there by Austin Peay's Corbin Merritt, and a foul called against EIU as they tried to get after Merritt when he picked up the ball. Looks like the foul's on Barlow Alaruzo of Eastern Illinois. Multiple changes, 4 of them here for Austin Peay. They've got starters coming back in. Paez, Taylor, Woodard, all come back in. Elton Walker as well. Governors will take the ball out of bounds here with 20 on the shot clock. This has been a long possession, a couple of shot clock resets. Paez with it at the top of the key. Gets it over to Walker. Faked the backdoor pass. Now passed it back out to center court to Paez. Paez right at the point. Passed in the right corner to G. Drives on the baseline. Back to Paez. 19-foot shot. No good from the wing. Guess who got the rebound? Taylor. He's fouled. Well, check it. That's Walker that got the rebound. You just assume it's Taylor, but Elton Walker grabbed the rebound that time. He'll get 2 free throws. Fouled in the act of shooting.
Of all those players that went to the bench for Austin Peay, Taylor was not one of them, and that's not a surprise. In addition to everything else, he leads the OVC in minutes played.
36 a game. That's 3 more than second place Tevin Brown at Murray State. So he doesn't just play a lot. He plays a lot more than anybody else. Elton Walker has not been a good free throw shooter this year. He's 31%, and he misses the first one here. One more shot for Walker. Transfer from Miami-Dade Junior College. Averaged 12 points a game there last year. Makes the second free throw. It's Austin Peay 14, Eastern Illinois 11. 12:20 to go in the first half. Austin Peay in a 2-2-1 zone press. Abraham working the dribble. Passed it ahead over the timeline to Johnson. Johnson at the left wing. Throws it cross court on the right wing. Max Smith for a 3. No good. Rebound knocked around inside, and Austin Peay comes up with it. Walker came away with it. Paez will bring it slowly into the front court with 12 minutes to go first half. Paez guarded by Abraham. Paez passed it on the point to G. G driving against Max Smith into the lane, traveled. Took an extra step as he was trying to collect the dribble and shoot the shot. Timeout on the court with 11:53 to go first half.
Here is a sophomore and has led the Panthers in scoring every season.
3-point lead for Austin Peay. Dang Dang has come in the game at guard for Eastern Illinois. Marvin Johnson's got the ball. Passed on the right wing to Max Smith. Mack pressured by Paez, gets it out front to Wallace. Wallace works under the left elbow into the lane, knocked away by Woodard, and he dives on it and comes up with it for Austin Peay. Now they fight for it on the court, and a held ball, and a possession arrow goes to Austin Peay. Good hands by Woodard to knock that away, and then he dived on it. Panthers would not let him feed out of that after he dived, but got the held ball with Dang.
5th turnover on the Panthers. They're also being out-rebounded in this game, 9-5, so that's accounted for a few more possessions for the Governors.
I think we said this on Thursday night that Eastern is fortunate they're not farther behind in this game right now. Woodard's got the ball on the right wing for Austin Peay. Gives it top of the key to Walker. Takes a dribble, pass back, Paez. He works to the free throw line. Paez going to shoot a 14-footer, and it's in. Paez kind of stepped back to clear some space and hit that jump shot. Austin Peay 16, Eastern Illinois 11. Dang with the ball, backdoor pass. Wallace wasn't ready for it, but Austin Peay knocked it out of bounds. That was a break for Eastern as Wallace was not expecting that pass.
No, it certainly was, and Had Austin Peay not touched it, that ball would have just bounded harmlessly out of bounds.
Jordan Adams back in the game, replacing Alec Woodard for Austin Peay. EIU's got the ball. Wallace passing in. Wallace has to lob out to Dang at midcourt. Senior out of Madison, Wisconsin, coming back from an Achilles injury a year ago. Dang on the dribble, passed in the right corner to Smith. Mack, guarded by Paez, moves into the corner for a 19-footer and hit it. That's a 2-point shot for Mack Smith from the right corner.
Mack's 0 for 2 on his 3-point attempts, but made a nice shot off the dribble there.
16-13, Austin Peay. Paez fakes right, dribbles left, down the lane. Nice dish off to Taylor under the bucket. He's triple teamed. He puts it up and he's fouled. Alaruzo and Johnson were both there trying to block the shot. Alaruzo will be called for his first foul.
Taylor, an excellent free throw shooter. No surprise there, 84% as he steps to the line.
Third best in the OVC in free throw percentage. He leads the league in both scoring and rebounding. He's 48th in the country in scoring, 10th in rebounding, 7th in the country in offensive rebounds at 4.4 per game as he misses the first free throw off the back of the rim. Dang is out, and Kashawn Charles, the senior from Wyandanch, New York, comes in for EIU. Charles averaging 7 points a game. He's been a very good three-point shooter in his career for Eastern, but he helped the Panthers with 2-point baskets in their win Thursday over Murray State.
He also created 3 steals in that game.
Taylor makes 1 of 2 for his 9th point. 17-13 Austin Peay. Jordan Skipper Brown comes in for Alaruzo of EIU. Hold on. Panthers have Alaruzo's going to stay in the game, and Max Smith's going to go out. 10:36 to go first half. Austin Peay has led all the way in this one. Eastern was behind almost the entire game Thursday night before coming back late to beat Murray State. Wallace working the dribble against a press. Passed over the timeline to Charles. Gets the ball in the middle of the court out front to Johnson. Austin Peay's gone to his zone. Johnson drives into the middle. In the corner, Wallace. Open three. It's in for Wallace, who is hitting over 50% of his three-pointers on the year. Panthers down a point, 17-16. Ball bounced down on the low post. This is Peak with it, backing in on Alaruzo. Bounced it back top of the key. Adams pulls up on an elbow jumper and hits. Jordan Adams with his first basket. Makes it 19-16, Austin Peay. Adams, just a gifted scorer, a sophomore from Silsbee, Texas. Last year averaged about 17 points a game. Was the OVC Freshman of the Year. Johnson's got the ball left side. Moves it out between the circles on the drive. Now down on the left baseline, Skipper Brown. Feeds on top to Wallace, way out at center court. Wallace on the dribble on the point. Wallace gets to the free throw line, over to Johnson, a fake, drives in, finds the right wing, Alaruzo, open three, good! Barlow Alaruzo from the right wing, first three-pointer of his Eastern career. He's 1 for 9 now. At the other end, Paez drives into a crowd, feeds it out on the right wing to Peak, and he answers with a three-pointer for Austin Peay. 22-19 Governors, as Eastern had the game tied for about 10 seconds there before Austin Peay regained the lead. Skipper Brown in the corner, Johnson, three for the tie, no good. Rebound taken off the weak side by Austin Peay.
Eastern is a good three-point shooting team, but in this ball game they really haven't been that effective as of yet.
21-19, Austin Peay has got the lead. I guess they called that a 2-point basket by Peak a little bit ago. Peak's got the ball now for Austin Peay, gets it out front to Adams. Adams maneuvers off the screen. Now bounced it deep in the lane to Taylor. He'll muscle it up and miss it. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Skipper Brown. It'll belong to Austin Peay. Donnie Diarra is going to come back into the game for EIU. I called that last basket a three-pointer for Peak, but apparently it's a 2-point basket. So 21-19 is the score. At least on the scoreboard, Austin Peay has got the lead. Inbounding Adams. It's an inbounds to Peak. Now ball knocked away at the top of the key. A steal by Wallace. He's got an easy breakaway. He'll dunk it with 2 hands. 12 points already for Wallace. And Eastern has tied the game again at 21-all. Paez slows it down with a little over 8 minutes to go in the first half. Paez picked up the dribble in the center circle. Not where he wanted to, but finds Peak at the right wing. Now lays it off on the right side for Adams. Guarded by Johnson. Goes top of the key to Peak. Peak working against Diarra, and passed in the left corner for a three-pointer by G that is no good. Rebound to Diarra for EIU, Skipper Brown for EIU. Johnson, long pass down court to Charles, left corner, rhythm dribble, three-pointer, no good. Weak side rebound, Diarra, one dribble, back up, off the window and in for Madani Diarra. Panthers have taken the lead for the first time today, 23-21. Peay, slow walking dribble over midcourt against Charles in the man-to-man. Peay drives right, gets into the lane and stops. Now dished it off inside to Peay, and he's hammered by Diarra, who'll pick up his second foul. We'll take a timeout before the free throws with 7:33 to go first half. No flagrant foul on that play before the timeout, and no change on the basket by Peay. It's still a two-point basket. So here's the Peay free throw, no good off the back of the rim. Mike Peay is from Kansas City, a 6'8 sophomore. Played 24 games at Georgia last year and averaged a couple of points a game. 73% free throw shooter at Austin Peay. His first year there, makes the second free throw. He'll come out of the game now. Elton Walker takes his place. 23-22. Eastern Illinois got a 1-point lead with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half.
It would be interesting to see the shooting percentages on free throws on those free throws that come right after immediate timeout.
Johnson's got the ball at the left wing. Double team. He bounced it out front to Alaruzo. Alaruzo drifts right in the dribble, gets it over to Wallace. Wallace at the right wing, probing, passed it left side. Charles drives baseline. Now back in the left corner, Wallace. Drives on the baseline, gives to Charles. Three from the corner, no good. Rebound comes off to Austin Peay. Walker got the rebound, but the pass to midcourt intercepted by Johnson. He's taking it right to the rim. A dunk! Marvin Johnson, athletic dunk against the defender to give the Panthers a 3-point lead. Johnson stole it at midcourt, and he took it right to the rack and slammed it. There's a lob into a crowd, knocked away by Skipper Brown, and a Panther steal. Lob for Taylor, broken up. Long pass, thrown away at the other end. Overshot Skipper Brown, and the Eastern turned it over after causing a turnover with a nice play by Skipper Brown on the defensive end.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate there, and here is what you call, I guess, posterized, right? That was a strong move to the basket by Johnson after coming up with a steal.
25-22. Eastern Illinois has got a 3-point lead. We've got 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Peay, heady point guard, drives to the high part of the lane. Pass back on the point to Walker. His three bounced out. Alaruzo gets the rebound for Eastern. Alaruzo playing quite a bit here with George Dixon on the bench with 2 fouls. Wallace throws it out of bounds. Tried to feed it to Skipper Brown at the low post. Kind of a low pass, difficult catch for Skipper Brown. It had some overspin on it too. It didn't come up for him.
That's what I was going to say. That ball just stayed down.
But it really, if you take a look on that replay, it landed next to his foot. So it was just not a good pass at all. Eastern turns it over for the second time in a row. Austin Peay ball. They're behind by 3. Peay back in the game, running the point, has it. Peay passed at the top of the key to G. He works down the lane, pulls up at 9, bounced it out. Taylor grabs the rebound, puts it back up and scores. Kind of had his back to the basket and still knew exactly where on the backboard to put that.
Yeah, nice English on that shot by Taylor, too. It's just amazing around the rim.
25-24, Eastern Illinois by a point. About 5:45 to go in the first half. Johnson lost the ball. Austin Peay knocked it away from him. I think Adams tipped it away, and in trying to get it back, Johnson kind of bounced it on the sideline.
Yeah, if Johnson would have just let that go out of bounds, it would have been Eastern's ball, but he tried to get it, and then, as you said, bounced it on the inline or sideline.
I think it's 3 straight turnovers now by Eastern. In the front court, Peay, guarded by Abraham, who just came back in. Peay passed it over to G. G takes the dribble, gives in the corner to Adams. Right back out it goes to G. Reginald G, all-conference player in the SWAC at Alabama State his first 3 years before transferring last year to Austin Peay and missed most of last year with an injury. 3 to shoot. Walker to Taylor. Has to force a high arching 3, and he hit it. A rainbow from Taylor just ahead of the shot clock, and Austin Peay regains the lead, 27-25. Well, our open to the broadcast was prophetic. Taylor's got 14, Wallace 12. Skipper Brown's got the ball for EIU. Gets it over to Johnson, right side. Johnson, top of the key, left wing Abraham, 3 for the lead, short. Rebound goes over the top of the backboard. It'll be Austin Peay ball out of bounds.
You know, the Panthers have had some really good looks at three-point shots with the players that they want taking those shots, but they just haven't been able to get many of them to drop.
Wallace has made 1, and of all people, Alaruzo has made a 3-point basket. None yet for Max Smith, so he has not been able to extend his streak yet to 91 games in a row. Max back in the game now.
And Keshawn Charles has had a couple of real nice looks from the left corner that haven't gone down. DJ
Peay brings the dribble over the timeline for Austin Peay. Guarded by Abraham. Peay Leaves it out front to G. G takes a dribble, gives on the left wing to Woodard. Woodard, 13-foot jumper, in and out. Rebound, battle around, and Dixon, who just came back in, got his third foul, trying to knock the rebound away from Walker. George Dixon is having one of those days right now.
Yeah, that time Walker had inside position. The ball came off on the strong side, and Dixon, trying to rebound over his back, got a whistle for the foul.
Alaruzo takes his place, so Dixon's having a lot of bench time in the first half with foul trouble. Austin Peay ball, they're up by 2. Passed it in the left corner to Woodard. Woodard double teamed, had it knocked away, but recovered by Walker at the wing. Takes it to the elbow, and his jumper is out. Rebound to Max Smith. Wallace brings it up for EIU. Wallace moves it to the center of the court, drives into the lane, spins in against Woodard. Now in the right corner, Alaruzo. Out front to Smith. Around the horn to Wallace, left wing. Wallace driving left baseline, gets right to the backboard and scored. Wallace making good use of the backboard. And we've got an official's timeout after the ball went through the basket. They went right to the bin. Austin Peay, I assume, will get the ball back after the basket made by Wallace right before the timeout. Walker 1-1, puts it up, and it's short. So much ado about nothing, I guess, right? Paez comes back in the game for Austin Peay. DJ Peavy is out. We're tied up. It's Eastern Illinois 27, Austin Peay 27, with just over 4 minutes to go in the first half at First Midcourt in Lance Arena in Charleston. Austin Peay will bring it up. Paez double teamed at midcourt, passed over the 10-second line to Woodard. Back to Paez, left side with it. G drives under the basket, laid it up, missed it, but is fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Foul called against Jordan Skipper Brown of EIU. His first foul, that's 8 against the team.
Yeah, that was a strong move along the baseline by G, and then the help defense came over, but not in time to avoid picking up the foul.
G, a native of Houston, went to high school in Montgomery, Alabama, makes the first free throw. Averaging 11 points a game, second on the Austin Peay team in scoring. He was the #1 scorer at Alabama State for a couple of years before he transferred to Austin Peay, and a second-team all-conference player in the SWAC. Second one bounced in, off the front of the rim, off the glass and in. Austin Peay ahead 29-27. Wallace, slow walking dribble over the 10-second line against man-to-man defense by Austin Peay. Ball pass to Alaruzo out front, back to Wallace. Circles over to the left wing, backs it down to the left block. Wallace cross courts in the corner, Abraham. He drives, stops, and traveled as he came to the jump stop and then took an extra step. Eastern with a lot of first half turnovers here.
Yeah, I'd like to get another look at that one, and yeah, I guess I can see where they called it.
If you make a 2-footed jump stop, you cannot step with the other foot. Johnson comes in for Abraham. 3:38 to go first half. 29-27, Austin Peay by 2.
And if you just joined us, Max Smith has not made a three-pointer so far.
He's 0 for 2. Trying to extend his streak to 91 games in a row today. Woodard's got the ball in the right wing. Pass it out to Walker at the top of the key. Now on the right side with it is Peavy. Peavy takes it out between the circles, guarded by Marvin Johnson. Peavy works it right, gets to the elbow, pass it over on the left wing to G, drives in, pulls up at 7 and missed it. Rebound goes to Walker, blocked by Johnson. Panthers come away with it. Wallace brings it up court, circles down into the lane, finds Johnson out front. Left wing Smith for the 3, no good. Alaruzo, weak side rebound, right under the hoop, back up, blocked by Taylor, and Taylor comes away with it for Austin Peay. Still 29-27, Austin Peay. Taylor driving down the lane, puts it up on the move, missed it, got his own rebound. Taylor, back up, no good. This rebound out of bounds off Austin Peay. It'll be Eastern Illinois ball. Taylor is not getting the ball very much in the half-court offense. He's pretty much having to go get it on the offensive glass, and he's doing that a lot in this game. He's already got 8 rebounds in the game.
Well, he's averaging a double-double on the season, so not surprising he's off to the start he is.
7th in the country in offensive rebounds coming in at 4.4 a game. 2-point lead, Austin Peay. Eastern Illinois ball. Marvin Johnson's got it. Marvin guarded by Woodard out at center court. Johnson, screen and roll. They get it into Diarra, went for a dunk, and he's fouled as Walker tried to block it. Walker got called for his first foul. Good ball movement by Eastern. A nice pass by Skipper Brown to set up Diarra underneath.
It really was. And Diarra at the line, he's 2 for 2 on the season.
2 for 4 in his career. He was 0 for 2 last year when he played at St. Louis University. 2 shots for Diarra. Good with the first one. So he's got 3 points today. If he makes this free throw, he'll have 4 points. That would match his career high. One more free throw for the sophomore from Molly.
He's only averaging about 6.5 minutes a game, so he doesn't see a whole lot of action.
Second free throw, that's good. Game's tied up again, 29 all. Deshaun Charles comes back in the game for Eastern, and Diarra goes out. So the Panthers will go with a 4-guard lineup. They're able to do this because of Marvin Johnson. Marvin's 6'6" and can kind of play against post people a little bit. Ball passed ahead against the press. G gets it inside, went up with a shot, and Skipper Brown commits the foul. Austin Peay beat the press, had a 2-on-1 break, and G could have dumped it inside to Taylor, but instead took it right to the rim, and Skipper Brown commits the foul. So he's got his second foul. Dixon's got 3. So the starting post guys for Eastern are both in some foul difficulty late in the first half. Free throw in and out. G misses on the first one.
And that failure to pass to Taylor apparently has cost the Governors a little bit, at least 1 point, as G misses that first foul shot.
Alaruzo back in, and with 2 fouls, Skipper Brown heads to the bench. EIU 29, Austin Peay 29. 2:20 to go first half. Second free throw, swish through. 6 points for Reginald G. 30-29, Austin Peay has got the lead again. Johnson brings the ball over midcourt for Eastern. Johnson passed on the right wing to Charles. Passed into the outside now to Mac Smith for a 3. In and out. Rebound comes off to Austin Peay. Mac is 0 for 4 on 3-pointers.
Now you hope it doesn't start playing. Now Johnson, Alaruzo lost his shoe.
Got it back on though while he was playing defense. Woodard driving, poked away by Charles. They dive on the court for it. Woodard gets it back, and what's the call? Traveling call on Woodard. Woodard lost it, got it back. I guess he got in trouble. He stood up with the ball, didn't he, Jack, at the end of this scramble? Not really.
Yeah, that's kind of questionable right there.
They called him for traveling there, so Eastern gets the ball back with 1:49 to go in the first half.
6 turnover on the Governors compared to 9 for EIU.
Marvin Johnson, slow dribble over midcourt for EIU. Marvin dribbles to the right wing, guarded there by Adams. Ball goes top of the key to Charles. In the left corner, Smith wide open again for 3. In and out. Rebound off to Reginald G. Max had good looks, and they've been right there a couple of times and come out on him. In the front court with it is Peavy. Goes on the right wing to Adams. Adams picked up his dribble out front, knocked away by Max Smith. Ball goes in the post though to Taylor. Taylor puts it up inside and missed off the front. Tipped the rebound over to his teammate, and he's fouled. It'll be free throws. Actually, Taylor wound up with it. I think Walker tipped it to Taylor. Well, Eastern inadvertently did a better job feeding the post than Austin Peay's been doing today.
Yeah, that was the situation where that ball got knocked loose, but right down to Taylor on the low block, and that set up the situation that eventually wound him at the free throw line.
Alaruzo, I think, got the foul, which is his second. Taylor makes the free throw. He's got, in the first half already, 15 points and 9 rebounds. So he may have a double-double at halftime.
Sammy Friday back in the ballgame for the Panthers. He hasn't seen a whole lot of action here in the first half.
Taylor makes them both. It's 32-29 Austin Peay. 1:11 to go in the first half. Marvin Johnson, slow dribble into the front court for the Panthers. Johnson guarded by Adams. Right of the circle, gets it out to Charles. Left corner, Max Smith. It's a 2-pointer. It misses. Rebound comes off to Adams of Austin Peay. He'll bring it up slowly. 50 seconds to go first half. Adams going to work the right side of the court. Gives it the top of the key to Taylor, guarded by Friday. Taylor drives on him, cut off. Taylor passed it back out center court to Peavy. Peavy with 11 on the shot clock. Peavy one-on-one against Johnson. Drives down the left of the lane and stops. Puts it up. Good, he's fouled. Great stop there by Peavy. The defender flew by, and Peavy had a layup, and then EIU fouled him.
Panthers right now are having a lot of trouble defending the dribble there. Austin Peay being able to get into the paint almost at will, and that doesn't result in baskets. It has generally resulted in the Governors going to the free throw line.
Max Smith got that foul. That's his first foul. One free throw coming up for Peavy, trying to complete a 3-point play. Peay from Cibolo, Texas, a sophomore, sinks the free throw. It's 35-29, Austin Peay.
Denver's on a little bit of a run right now.
28 seconds to go in the first half. Shot clock's about a second under the game clock right now, so the Panthers can pretty much go for the last shot. That looks like what they want to do. Wallace has the ball in the front court. Wallace with 10 seconds to go in the half. Spins on the dribble out front. Double team. Pass on the side. It's intercepted. And a traveling call. That was a good call as Walker intercepted and came down. He established a pivot foot when he came down, and then he moved that pivot foot.
He went high to get that interception, and he was also tangled up a little bit with G when he came down, and that, I think, is what really precipitated the travel.
Eastern ball, 5.9 seconds to go in the half. Wallace inbounding in the corner to Johnson. Johnson at the right wing, working the dribble, pulls up on a 20-footer, in and out. And that's the end of the first half. So a little spurt at the end of the half for Austin Peay, and they've got the lead, 35-29.
If you like basketball, you've got to love the way that Terry Taylor plays. I mean, he just plays so hard. He's just a constant force, and you've got to be aware of where he is at all times.
All right, Eastern Illinois with the ball, second half underway. Panthers down by 6 points. Austin Peay in a man-to-man. Skipper Brown's got it for Eastern at the head of the key. Over to Mac Smith on the right wing. Mac looking for his first three-pointer today. Mac gets it out between the circles, over to Skipper Brown. He dumps it down in the low post to Dixon, who's been plagued by fouls. Dixon in the left corner to Wallace. Couple of dribbles, puts it up, lobs it inside to Skipper Brown. Missed the shot, got it back and scored. Skipper Brown caught it with his back to the basket, but was able to lay it in on the second try.
Good stick-to-itiveness there by Skipper Brown.
35-31 Austin Peay. That ended a 6-point run by the Govs. Paez with it, dumps it down right into the basket to Taylor, laid it in. Well, maybe their acting head coach, Nikita Johnson, had noticed they hadn't gotten the ball to him much in the half court, and he fixed that to start the second half.
Well, they certainly didn't look for him, but that didn't stop his point production.
37-31 Austin Peay. Wallace with it out front, guarded by G. Wallace at the top of the key. Derry goes down the lane in the corner to Mack. Up with a three, and he got it. Mac Smith keeps the streak going. It's 91 games in a row now with a made three.
And I'm sure that's a load off his mind.
Ball lobbed into Taylor. He moves away from the bucket. Now works back in. Gives in the corner to Paez. Puts up a three that hits the back and misses. Taylor with another rebound. Puts it in. 20 points for Terry Taylor, including the first two Governor baskets of the second half. 39-34, Austin Peay. Ball goes high post left to Dixon. Fouled. Woodard couldn't resist. He wasn't guarding Dixon, but his man ran past Dixon, and Woodard could not resist reaching in. Got called for his first foul. Woodard will come out, and Jordan Adams will take his place. Early second half, Eastern Illinois the ball. Panthers down by 5. Wallace makes the pass into Dixon. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson's had kind of a quiet day, only 4 points. Ball goes on the right wing, Skipper Brown. He holds it, now works the dribble to the free throw circle. Cross courts it to Smith. Deep three on the way. In and out. Rebound picked off the floor by Taylor. Dribbles it up himself. He can handle the ball well for a big guy. Taylor at the head of the key with it. Guarded by Skipper Brown. Had trouble with the dribble, so he stops and passed it over to Adams. Adams holding wide on the court right side. Takes it to the right wing. Adams double teamed along the baseline. His pass intercepted by Wallace. Nope, couldn't save it. Wallace was working in tight spaces along the baseline when he got his hands on it and couldn't save it from going out of bounds.
Wallace anticipated that well, but then just couldn't handle the ball, and it rolled up his back and then out of bounds. And Panthers missed an opportunity there to come up with a turnover.
Alaruzo comes in for Skipper Brown for Eastern. 39-34 lead Austin Peay. We've played about 2 minutes of the second half. Adams will pass in. Bounced it left wing to G. 20-foot jumper. Good. 2-pointer. 2-point bucket for G, who's got 8 points. Austin Peay's matched their biggest lead of the game, a 7-point lead. Wallace runs into Walker, works into the lane against him. Passed it out to Smith. He'll take another three. That's no good again. Rebound comes off to Adams, and he's fouled by Marvin Johnson, reaching in, trying to knock the dribble away. First foul on Johnson, and the first team foul this half against Eastern Illinois.
Panthers now down to 19% on their three-point shooting in this game.
They had a bad night Thursday night against Murray State, made a season low 5, but still won the game. Mac Smith goes out. Keshawn Charles, who can make some three-pointers, comes back in for Eastern. 17.5 minutes to go. Austin Peay threatening to take their biggest lead of the game. They're up 7 right now, matching the big lead they've had. Paez working the left side with it. Paez looking at Taylor in the post. Instead lobs it out front to Adams at the center circle. Adams on the drive, gets it left wing. Paez for a 3. It's good. A couple of three-pointers, a couple of outside shots in a row for Austin Peay. A 2 and a 3. And they've got the lead to double digits. They're up 10 with 17-10 to go in the game. Marvin Johnson to the ball, center court for EIU. Johnson works it on the left side, pass back on the point. Alaruso will take aim on a 3. He's 2 for 2. He had not made any in the first few games, but he's got 2 today. 7-point lead again, Austin Peay. A shot blocked by Johnson, but recovered by Paez off the Adams shot that was blocked. Paez dribbles it on the right side for Austin Peay. Guarded by Johnson. He wants a screen by Taylor. He works around to make that Walker on the screen. Paez drives into the corner. 9 to shoot. Paez going to shoot from the corner. Missed the three-pointer, and Alaruso got the rebound. Up court comes Wallace for Eastern. Cross courts it to an open Johnson. Top of the key, Alaruso. Now to Charles at the right wing. Pulls up on an elbow jumper that's no good. Alaruso had the rebound, but he lost the handle, and Walker comes down with it for Austin Peay.
Panthers having kind of a case of bad hands here on a couple of instances in the second half.
Paez has the ball for the Governors. Just about 16 minutes left in the game, and Austin Peay's ahead by 7. Taylor, head of the key with it, gets it out front to Paez. Paez bounced it right wing to Walker. Drives baseline. Now back on the wing to Taylor. 5 to shoot. Taylor holds it. Now will shoot from 19. Missed it. Rebound Wallace for Eastern Illinois. Senior out of Marshall, Illinois. Brings it over the midcourt line. Wallace drives to the right baseline. Got cut off under the hoop. Missed the layup. Rebound comes to Taylor. He sprints out 2-on-1. Gets it ahead to Adams. He'll take it down and lay it in. And now Adams knocks the inbounds pass out of bounds. It'll be Eastern Illinois ball, and we're going to get immediate timeout. And Abraham will bring it up. Austin Peay by 9, early second half. Abraham guarded by Paez at midcourt. Abraham passed it over to Wallace out front. Wallace guarded by Woodard. Wallace drives on him around his screen, lost the ball, and it'll be Austin Peay ball, and Wallace is shaken up. Wallace down, now he's up, and he's holding the back of his right leg. Maybe first guess would be a hamstring, but that'd be a total guess.
Well, either that or maybe a cramp, the way he's reacting.
Could be. Eastern's trainer out to take a look at him. That's Michael Nordgren.
You know, that last shot that Wallace missed, the one he worked his way all the way under and missed the layup, that was the first shot he's missed all ball game. He had been 6 for 6 prior to that point, and that was probably the easiest shot he had. But boy, he's really going off in some major discomfort right now.
Wallace has had kind of a difficult year. He missed a game due to COVID-19 protocol at EKU. He missed several minutes in the second half at Evansville when he turned an ankle and sat out there for a while before coming back. And now he limps off holding the back of his right leg. Just kind of went down there as he on the drive. So Austin Peay's got the ball. Paez gets it over the 10-second line. Paez works it on the right wing. Bounce it under the basket to Taylor at the right block. Taylor working the dribble. Gets in, spins, puts it up, and scored. Great use of the pivot by Taylor to work himself open. 22 points for Taylor. Austin Peay's got an 11-point lead, their biggest in the game. At the left wing, Abraham's got the ball for Eastern. Gets it out front to Mac Smith. Mac going to pass on the right wing to Johnson. Johnson driving, spinning. In the right corner, Alaruso. Another 3, very short that time. Rebound to Taylor. Paez dribbles it up over midcourt for Austin Peay. Pass back to Taylor, trailing for a 3 from the point. It's in. 25 points for Terry Taylor, and Jace Boonauer wants a timeout. We'll take a break with 14:27.
Well, obviously, if the Panthers have any hopes of coming back, you'd think that Wallace would have to be a part of that, but it'll be interesting to see whether he's able to come back into this ball game.
Eastern's got 3 games next week, Tuesday at SIUE, and then home games next Thursday and Saturday. Right corner, Henry Abraham. 3-pointer, good. First bucket of the game for the freshman from Cambridge, Minnesota, Henry Abraham. 51-40, Austin Peay. At the top of the key with the ball, Peak gets it on the right side to Woodard for the Govs. He dumps it down on the high post on the right to Taylor. Taylor backs in on the dribble, puts it up and missed it. Rebound fought for, and Peay comes out with it for Austin Peay. No reset, so there's only 10 to shoot. Paez glanced at the clock. No, they did reset it now. 20 to shoot. Paez has the ball left side. Paez gives top of the key to G. Works to the right wing. Now drives inside. Pass off intercepted by Johnson. He brings it up, splits a double team. Johnson driving all the way. Passed it out left wing Smith. Cross courts to Abraham. Three from the right wing is no good. Rebound tipped to Woodard of Austin Peay. EIU continuing to get some good open three-pointers, but not able to make them. Paez over the midcourt line for the Governors. Guarded by Abraham in the man-to-man. Paez, sophomore guard out of Venezuela, averaging 7 a game, has got 5 today. Bounce pass goes in on the low post to Taylor, spins in underneath and missed the layup. Rebound battled for. Diarra ended up with it, but his pass got deflected and stolen. It goes to Woodard, and he hit a three-pointer. Diarra had to save it from going out of bounds. When he did, Austin Peay came up with it and found Woodard for a three-pointer.
Ball not bouncing the Panthers' way right now.
54-40 in favor of Austin Peay. 12:40 to go in the game. The ball goes top of the key to Alaruzo. Over on the right wing to Johnson for EIU. Tightly guarded by Woodard. Now to Max Smith on the point. Left wing Abraham. Three-pointer blocked out of bounds. G blocked his shot. 9 to shoot. Sammy Friday will come back on for EIU. And Diarra is going to go out. All right, 9 on the shot clock. Max Smith will inbound the ball. Mac has made a three-pointer today. He streaks up to 91 games in a row. Also, Keshawn Charles comes in for Alaruzo. 54-40, Austin Peay by 14 in the second half. Ball passed into Johnson. They'll have to work quickly, down to 6 to shoot. Johnson driving left, spinning into the foul lane, got right to the rim, put it in, and it counts in a foul. Johnson will go for the three-point play. They called the foul on Peay of Austin Peay.
Have to credit the Governor's defense on Johnson here in this ball game. And the 2 previous ball games, he'd had a lot of success in getting into the lane. Today, he really hasn't. That was an exception there.
1 free throw for Johnson, who's made 71% of his free throws this year. Puts it up and good. 7 points now for Johnson. Here comes DJ Peavy back in for Austin Peay. He's going to replace Peay. 54-43 Governors, 12:24 to go in the game. Ball inbounded against a press to Peavy. He gets it over to Woodard, back to Peavy. Peavy gets the ball over the 10-second line for Austin Peay. Eastern's going to drop back into the zone, it appears. Top of the key with it, Peavy. Over to the right side to Paez. Paez passed in the right corner to Woodard. He brings it up to the wing. Now gets it out front to Paez. They get it at the free throw line to Taylor. Taylor works in over Friday, puts it up, and no good. Marvin Johnson comes down with the rebound. Marvin sprints up court, cross courts it to Abraham in the right corner. Now to Johnson. Three-pointer out front is no good. Rebound comes to Taylor. Paez will slow it down just a bit as he crosses midcourt. 11:45 to go in the game. Paez sets it up. Eastern in the man-to-man defense now. Paez drives against Abraham to the right wing, now backs away. Paez still dribbling, now lobs out front for Woodard. Woodard drives it left, passed in the left corner to Peavy. 8 to shoot for Austin Peay. Peavy going one-on-one against Johnson, slips and falls, but saved the ball. Now it's loose, and Abraham comes out with it for Eastern. Abraham ahead on the left wing to Johnson. Back to Abraham. Deep three, no good. Friday grabs the rebound, back up, and no good, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. We'll get a timeout, though, before the free throws. 11-11 left to go in the game. And he's been out of the game for about the last 4 minutes.
Mike, your interview on the radio with Justin Brown prior to this game, assistant coach Justin Brown, he said that they wanted to attack Terry Taylor on offense and hopefully get him in foul trouble. He has no fouls here with 11-11 left to play in the game.
Sammy Friday at the line made the first and the second. Makes them both for his first 2 points. 54-45, Austin Peay. Panthers in a 2-2-1 zone press. Paez works the dribble up, passed over the 10-second line to Woodard. Now back to Paez. Panthers fall back to 3-2 zone. On the right side, Peavy to Woodard along the sideline. Back out front, Peavy. Now high left to Paez for Austin Peay. Now Peavy, 10 to shoot. Peavy bounced it right wing Woodard. Woodard in the corner on the right. Back out front, Peay. 4 to shoot. Nice feed into Taylor. Fouled. Friday and Mac Smith were trying to defend him. Looks like Mac will be called for his second foul. Couple of free throws coming up for Taylor. He's 3 for 4 on his free throws today.
I believe that's Walker at the line.
I'm sorry. I just assume it's Taylor when he goes in there, right? Thanks, Jack. Elton Walker's at the line. He's 1 for 3 on the free throws for today. First to 2 by Walker is in. Adams in for Paez for Austin Peay.
Boy, Paez, he's a solid player. Not really flashy, but boy, he gets a lot done.
Very heady, knows how to play the game, how to set up his teammates. That's what you want in a point guard. And he can score some on his own as well. Second free throw, Walker, 2 for 2. 56-45, Austin Peay by 11. 10:40 to play. Johnson driving left, passed in the lane to Friday, put it up too hard, but a foul. Under the bucket is Peay. Trey tried to draw the charge, but he got called for the foul. And that'll be foul number 1 on Peay. So back to the line, Sammy Friday with 2 shots. George Dixon's been saddled with foul trouble today. He's at the scorer's table waiting to come back in for Eastern. First shot Friday is good. He's made 3 straight free throws. It's only a 63% free throw shooter on the year.
Panthers not a real good foul shooting team on the season, but they have been good at the foul line in this game.
7-7. One more for Friday. This graduate student, 5th-year senior from Jersey City, New Jersey, makes it. 56-47 Austin Peay. Peay works up on the dribble against the press. Peay still in the backcourt. Now he's over the line with it. Drives down into the lane, whips the pass inside to Taylor. Off in the right corner, Adams for a 3. It's in. Adams with his 3rd basket, first 3-pointer in the game. He's got 7 points. 59-47 Austin Peay. A foul call as Johnson drilled into the front court and passed off. He got bumped, and Alec Woodard is going to get his second foul. That's 5 team fouls here in the second half on Austin Peay, so they're pushing Eastern toward the bonus with 10:15 to go.
They had only 3 in the entire first half.
Ball passed into Johnson. Johnson, guarded by Woodard, goes left side. Dixon playing with 3 fouls. Right back out it goes to Johnson. Johnson dribbling at center court on Woodard. Johnson drives on him, pulls up. 18-footer is short. Rebound comes off to Peay. He dribbles it up 2 against 2. Peay coming down on the left. Nice move inside, but Mac Smith took it away from him. Outlet to Johnson. Johnson coming down on the fast break. Leaves it in the right corner for Charles. Now Johnson, 3 from the corner. It's in. Marvin Johnson in double figures again. 8th time in 9 games he's been in double figures. He's got 10.
That was a real nice defensive play by Mac Smith at the other end. Normally you think of offensive players giving a fake, but the defender in that case, Smith, fake going one way and then moved back, and it caused the turnover.
Timeout has been taken by Austin. 50 Austin Peay. Jordan Adams will inbound for Austin Peay. EIU's in man-to-man defense. Ball comes into Paez. He's got it over to the right side to Walker. Hands it off to Adams. Gets to the free throw line. Passed into the basket to Taylor. Laid it in. 27 points now for Taylor. 61-50.
I don't know if that was a pass or if Johnson blocked his shot.
There's a deflected pass. Went right to Friday under the basket, and he laid it in. So the Panthers got a break there. 61-52 as the deflected pass found Friday right to the right of the rim. Paez takes the ball to the left wing for Austin Peay. Paez gets it out front to Woodard. Woodard, one dribble, right back to Paez. Now top of the key with the ball, Walker. Hands it out to Paez. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Ball goes low right to Taylor. Backs in on Friday. Puts it up, scored it. Taylor just about unstoppable when he catches it that close. He's got 29 points.
Well, I said as one of the keys they needed a Robin for his Batman. Maybe they don't.
3 from the corner, no good by Charles, and the rebound comes off to Walker. The Panthers need like a Penguin and a Joker and a Riddler and maybe a couple others.
Yeah, just throw in a Catwoman for a good measure.
Paez got the ball on the left wing for Austin Peay. Taylor sets up on the left block. There's a steal. Marvin Johnson stole it out front, drives all the way, and he's fouled on the way in. And Jay Spoonhour is really hot because it was a smart foul by Adams to prevent Johnson from taking the last dribble he needed and make the layup. And that'll be out of bounds. Adams picks up his first foul. This should be out of bounds to Eastern. Alaruzo's going to come in the game for the Panthers, and Friday will go out. Alaruzo's played quite a bit in this game and been pretty effective for Eastern. And it's, what do we have? A warning against the Eastern bench?
I think Jay Spoonhour extended past the coaching box, and it looked like he and Nikita Johnson were exchanging some words there. I know that
they're okay now, it looks like. Yeah.
I know that the acting Austin Peay coach was thinking that a technical should have been assessed on Jay Spoonhour for being on the floor.
They gave each other a thumbs up there after whatever happened. Max Smith will inbound it. He'll throw it into the backcourt to Johnson, and he'll bring it back across. It's a 63-52 Austin Peay lead. A little over 8 minutes to go. Johnson to Alaruzo. Three-pointer from the point. Swish through. Alaruzo is the only Panther really hitting any threes. He's made 3 of the 7 they've got, and he's got 9 points in the game. Lead down to 8 again for Austin Peay. Paez passed it on the right wing to Adams. Drives baseline. In traffic. Passed out left wing to G. Inside it goes to Walker. Puts it up in traffic and in. Walker with the layup. He's got 5 points. 65-55 Austin Peay.
Panthers just can't get enough stops on the defensive end to make any headway.
Dixon in the lane for Eastern. Fumbles, but it goes to Alaruzo inside. He put it up and he missed it, but he got his own rebound on the other side. Out to Mack. Three-pointer left wing is in for Max Smith. He's got 10 points in the game.
Again, Alaruzo having some shoe problems, but he managed to get back down the floor.
He's a pretty valuable guy right now for Eastern. They're down by 7 with 7:18 to go. Paez bounced it to Adams. Screen and roll. Pass off the leg of Dixon. He can't save it. He goes into the Austin Peay bench. Knocked down a chair over there, but I think everybody's okay. We're going to get a timeout with 7:13. Peay ball, 18 on the shot clock. 7:13 to go in the game. They're up by 7.
Josiah Wallace has made an appearance from down in the locker room. He's got his right thigh wrapped up rather tightly.
Eastern's in zone defense here as Austin Peay sets it up. Adams out front to Paez with 9 to shoot for the Govs. Goes high left to G. 5 to shoot. G over to Paez. Back to G. Down to 2 to shoot. Takes the 20-footer. It's in and out. Rebound tipped to Dixon. Taylor had a hand on it but couldn't grab it. Johnson up court for Eastern. Nice little crossover dribble in the corner. Charles for 3. Bounces out. Rebound deflected to Adams of Austin Peay. That would have been a big basket. Could have made it a 4-point deficit. Instead, it's a 7-point lead for Austin Peay. Paez sets it up again. Eastern back in man-to-man defense. They'll be in the zone once and then right back in the man-to-man. Adams out front to Walker. Over to Paez. They lob into the basket. Tipped away by Dixon, but he got a foul. The lob was for Taylor. Dixon knocked it away from behind, but got his 4th foul. Austin Peay will take it out of bounds.
Well, it's very unfortunate that Dixon picked up that 4th foul. He was playing behind Taylor there, and had he not knocked that ball away, it would have been a sure 2 points.
Dixon goes to the bench. Henry Abraham takes his place with 6:23 to go. Out of bounds, Austin Peay. Adams lobs in out front to Walker. Bounced it over to Adams. Now make this G. Now Adams has it. Left side, out front. Adams guarded by Marvin Johnson. Adams pressured by Johnson at the left wing. Passed off, intercepted by Max Smith. Ahead to Johnson. 3-on-1. Ahead to Charles. Takes it all the way. Paez fouled him on the way in. Good steal by Eastern. And again, Max Smith anticipating a pass, got the steal and led this fast break.
Yeah, it was a good defensive effort by both Johnson and Max Smith teaming up to create that turnover.
2 free throws coming up for Keshawn Charles as Paez picked up his 2nd foul for Austin Peay. So here's Keshawn Charles. No points today. Doesn't get to the line very often. 4 for 6 on the year. Made that one. First point for the senior from Wyandanch, New York. Woodard comes in and Adams goes out for Austin Peay.
Panthers now in the bonus, and perhaps they'll be able to cash in on that. That's somewhat like Murray State's game, the game on Thursday night.
Charles' 2nd free throw rattles out. Max Smith knocks the rebound out of bounds. It'll belong to Austin Peay.
To recall that ball game, Murray put the Panthers in the bonus, and Eastern had not had hardly any fouls in that second half.
6-point lead for Austin Peay. They bring it up against a 1-man press by Johnson. Paez gets over the timeline. They pass it out on the left wing to G for a 3. It's no good. Taylor over the back for the rebound, and got a foul over Alaruzo. Second foul on Terry Taylor, and that'll put Barlow Alaruzo at the line for a 1-and-1.
You know, it's funny, as you said, he came in having not made a three-pointer. I think he was 0 for 10. And
Alaruzo.
Alaruzo, right? Yes. And the players that you normally think of being the good Panther three-point shooters have not been able to connect. Alaruzo's 3 for 4.
Got a 1-and-1 here. 3 for 4 on his free throws also for the season. He's got 9 points today. Free throw, good for Alaruzo, a junior, 6'9", out of Chicago De La Salle High School. Transfer from Des Moines Area Junior College in Iowa, only averaging 1.5 a game. He's got a career-high 10 points today. 4 Panthers in double figures. Second shot by Alaruzo, 2 for 2. And suddenly, this game's getting close again. Austin Peay led by 14. Panthers have cut 10 off of it as Dixon comes in for Alaruzo.
It's unusual that a team with 4 players in double figures would be trailing a team that has only 1, but that's the situation here.
65-61 Austin Peay. Paez against a press, gets it over the timeline, gets it off out front to Walker. Back to Paez. Panthers are going to play zone here with 5:42 to go. Ball goes on the right side to G. Now to Paez out front. High left it goes to Woodard. Now in the left corner, driving G under the basket. Put it up and missed it. Rebound comes to Charles of Eastern. He gets it up over the 10-second line. Panthers down by just 4. Abraham top of the key with it. Driving into the lane, out to Charles. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes off to Taylor. Again, Eastern got the shot they wanted, but couldn't make it. Paez gets it over midcourt with 5:10 to go. Austin Peay still ahead by 4. Paez guarded man-to-man by Abraham on the center logo. Paez drives it to the right. Pass back on the point to Taylor. Taylor's going to take an 18-footer and miss. Nope, made it. Bounced it around and in. 31 points for Terry Taylor.
He really puts a lot of air under that ball and hits softly onto the front of the rim and then off the glass. Down for 2.
67-61 Austin Peay. Marvin Johnson's got it left side. Passed out front to Smith. Around the horn to Abraham. Right corner Charles. Three-pointer. In and out. Rebound comes off to Taylor. These three-pointers that Eastern wants to get, they're getting the shots they want, but not going in. That's kind of the story for the Panthers.
8 for 30 on their three-point attempts.
Paez has it. Throws it over on the left wing to Woodard. 6-point lead Austin Peay with 4:20 to go. Comes to Walker. Now to Paez over on the right side out front. Paez throws it high left to Walker. They get it to Taylor at the left block. 2 dribbles. Puts it up and scored. That was well guarded by Dixon. Taylor still scored his 33rd point of the game. 69-61 Austin Peay with 4 minutes to play. Johnson's got the ball left wing for EIU. Gets a screen from Dixon. Johnson's going to take a three-pointer and miss it. A rebound comes off to G. So now Austin Peay can be plenty patient here with 3:48 to go and an 8-point lead. Paez gets the dribble over midcourt. Paez just working on the clock right now. Passed it down in the right corner to Woodard. Woodard gets it back out front to Walker. Right back it goes to Paez. They lob it to Taylor at the right block. Panthers put 4 guys on him. They block his shot. He still gets the rebound, and they foul him. Well, they had there the Batman, Penguin, Riddler, and maybe, I don't know if anybody wants to be Catwoman or not.
Line making 11 of 12. Austin Peay 11 of 16. Panthers getting beaten badly on the boards, 40-25.
Austin Peay inbounding. They get the ball into Walker. He drives it inside. It's stripped away and stolen. Marvin Johnson comes out. He's on a foot race to the other end. He lays it up and it's in. So a steal and a layup, just like Eastern did Thursday night. They got one there to cut it back to 6 with 3:10 to go. Paez knocked away, but a foul. Johnson thought he had a steal and would have been an easy layup, but they called him on the reach-in for his second foul.
Probably was. A little bit of a late whistle.
I don't think you can argue the call, certainly. It's the 4th team foul. Panthers can be aggressive here because they've still got a couple of fouls to give. Austin Peay inbound at center court. 3:09 to go. 69-63 Governors. Paez gets it over the 10-second line left side. Paez, stationary dribble along the sideline. Now gets it out in the middle of the court to G. Right back to Paez, looking for Taylor. They get it to him at the low post on the left. He spins against Alaruzo. Abraham knocked it away. Taylor picked it up. Blocked by Johnson. Taylor picked it up again and muscled it in. That's his 35th point. I'm not quite sure what more you can do to try to guard him. It's 71-63 Austin Peay. Johnson's got the ball right side. Johnson passed it left wing. Smith, long three is short. Rebound comes off to Austin Peay with 2:30 to go. Eastern may have to give fouls here right away. Paez, slow dribble, gets it over the 10-second line. Paez working the left side, looking for Taylor at the low post. Now gets it out front to Woodard, right back to Paez. Now they find Taylor. He's pushed and fouled on the catch. Alaruzo will be called for the foul. That's his third foul. Out of bounds Austin Peay with 2:14 to go. They're ahead 71-63. G gets the ball inbounds to Walker. Now at the free throw line to Woodard. Out front, Taylor, open three. Missed that one badly. Airballed it to the right of the rim and goes out of bounds.
Well, that guy's not very good.
He's not a bad three-point shooter either.
No, he's not. There's nothing he doesn't do well.
He has not had a great year, though, on the three. He's only 22% on the year. Has been better in the past. Abraham on the left wing for Eastern. Drives in left side, lays it up. Got blocked out of there by G, and the rebound comes to Austin Peay. Paez gets it left side to G. Gets it back out front to Walker. And they'll set it up and work on the clock with 1:45 to go. It's an 8-point lead for the Governors. Ball goes in the right corner to Taylor. Back to Woodard. Out front now Paez. Drives the middle. Puts up the floater. Max Smith blocked it. And a foul as Alaruzo got the rebound. Walker crashed into him and got his second foul.
Well, that's about the best thing the Panthers could have hoped for, because the clock stops and we walk to the other end, and Eastern will be shooting free throws. Eastern with several blocked shots in this game.
Eastern has hung in there pretty well, considering Josiah Wallace went out with 15 minutes to go. They were down 9. They've actually gained a point in the last 15 minutes with their leading scorer out of the game with an injury to his leg. He's been trying to loosen it up, but pretty obvious now he's not going to come back in the game. Alaruzo, 1-1. It's good. What a day for Barlow Alaruzo of EIU. A career high 12 points in the game.
And he has not played the last 3 ball games because of an injury.
Had a pinched nerve in his back. He missed almost a month. Second shot for the junior from Chicago De La Salle. It's up and it's good. 71-65 Austin Peay. Alaruzo will come out. Friday will take his place. 1:34 to go. Eastern sets up their full court press. Comes into Paez. Works it on the right side, now into the middle of the court. Now spins back to his right. Passed over the 10-second line to G. Now Paez has it. Eastern will play zone here. Paez sets it up over on the right side to Woodard. Back to Paez. Left side G. In the left corner Woodard. And he stepped out of bounds. Woodard faked the shot, kind of stepped back and stepped on the sideline. So Alaruzo will come right back in the game with 1:14 to go as EIU wants to take advantage of an Austin Peay turnover.
Well, it's just a 2-possession game, despite that it seems like it might be more than that, and the Panthers could get right back in this if they could get a score this time down.
Marvin Johnson drives around the screen to the left wing, now drives into a crowd. In the corner, Mack, three-point shot is good. It's a three-point game, and Eastern has taken a timeout. Johnson drove it and then found Max Smith in the left corner. He drew count, still has 1 foul to give without putting Austin Peay in the bonus. Panthers do not have to foul here, though, down by just 3 with 1:04 to go. Comes into Paez. He'll work it up against the press. Paez passed it ahead to G. He's over the 10-second line, left side. They double team him. He gets it out to Paez. Paez sets it up over to Woodard. Now Paez, left side G. And the left corner Woodard. Woodard passed it back out to G with 10 to shoot. High post Walker on the right side to Paez. Down to 6 to shoot. Paez right wing, drives baseline, passed across court to G. Three-pointer, no good. Eastern gets the rebound. 32 seconds to go. Panthers need a 3 to tie the game. Charles brings it over midcourt and sets it up. In the middle to Johnson. Johnson, screen and roll with Friday. Marvin in the left corner, Alaruzo with 20 seconds to go. Now Johnson drives in left, stops. On top, Mack, 3 straight away. Yes! Game's tied with 12 seconds to go. Max Smith, back-to-back three-pointers. Eastern to put on their full court press. Tied up at 71. Here we go. Walker will inbound to Paez. Paez works it up with 10 seconds to go. He's double teamed. He throws it cross court to Woodard at midcourt with 6. Woodard gets it over midcourt. 3 to go. They get it to Taylor. Takes it to the left wing for a 3. Baked in. Austin Peay wins it. Terry Taylor kind of had to force the 3 to beat the buzzer, and he